Yeah, I was
But
getting work. I was getting into it.
yeah, let me make this a little bit better. You like that better, or you like the big one?
I think that one's better probably.
Okay. Yeah, we got my boy TM, formerly known as Sometimes Pops. Great guy, been around for a minute. Took a break, a little hiatus. He's been posting on Instagram lately, some dope stuff. Hopefully by the end of this hangout or whatever, he can introduce.
Hold up one second. Hold up.
Okay.
I just hold up one second. Uh, Sorry about that. I had to turn my YouTube volume off. My fault.
Okay, you good. But
Go ahead.
hopefully, he can introduce you to some new things. And maybe you just might get into it and just start collecting. Maybe you might find a new love, throughout the chat. So we're gonna just talk about designer toys. Um, we will, tap into Funko a little bit and just catch up to see, uh, future updates, channel updates, or just
Yeah.
collection updates. Just
Yeah.
share.
Well, I
This is
just
not an interview. Just FYI, this is not an interview. This is a
yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. You know what? I actually prefer interview style anyway.
do.
Over just I do, man. Yeah, because I like a conversation. I like to get to know the people behind the collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is, who are you? What's your motivation? What do these toys do for you? Because I feel like every single one of these content creators on YouTube who we've all, been communicating with for some time now, and we're pretty close to some of these people. I consider quite a few of them my friends. So, um, it's interesting because there's people of all different backgrounds, and I think the motivation changes. But for me, I think collecting has always been a very personal journey for me. Like when I'll give you a little bit of background. So when I was a young kid, middle class, growing up, never had, everything we wanted, but we had a good life, you know what I'm saying? But like, my mom was always looking for a deal. So Saturday morning, she would take us out to the garage sales and we would go, rifling through boxes. And, that's how I got introduced to a lot of different things like antiques, vintage toys, collectible cards. All of those things I think I attribute to going to garage sales from when I was younger. And then that kind of evolved into checking out different thrift stores that, growing up, because it was more antique focused when I was younger,
Mhm.
because my grandmother was a big part of that and stuff. And she had a lot of knowledge about old jewelry, old furniture, this, that, and the other thing. So then, as a kid, I had all these toys that are in super high demand now. You know what I mean? Like the
Right.
He-Man toys. I had every one of those, like the Muscle Men. I don't know if you remember those at all. Do you remember the Muscle Men? They were like these little pink, kind of like rubbery kind of dudes. Actually, I'll show you one.
I probably know if I see it. I
Yeah,
probably
I'll show you one real quick. Hold on. But yeah, Ninja Turtles, bro. I had all that shit. I had every one of them, man. I had, and my mom, I think, ended up selling those things for like $2 at a garage sale. But that's all good.
yeah.
That's hopefully it went to somebody that enjoyed it. By the way, I'm wearing my Pikachu shirt for you.
Hey, I need that. I need that.
That was just for you, man. So I noticed you've been opening a lot of Pokemon cards recently.
Oh man, I didn't find my love all over again, man. It's just I've done it. I used to do it before, and then I
Mhm.
stopped because I'm kind of one of those OG guys. I'm, the first gen, you know, that's me. Just like the attitude era in wrestling. Like that's just,
Yeah.
that has my heart.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. I've been thinking a lot about that recently. A lot about Randy Savage. I've been looking up a lot of his old interviews. Dude was priceless. Across the board, they don't make them like they used to. Across
Oh,
the board.
it wasn't an act back then. It was just who they were. There was like all those guys had split personalities, man.
Yeah, and I felt like when I was a kid, they were the most popular thing out there. You know what I
They
mean?
were.
Like they were making movies, like they were like their celebrity was like insane compared to today I don't know that they carry as much weight. Maybe people like The Rock or Stone Cold, you know what I
Right.
mean? But
But they're from that same era though.
yeah, but I feel like every wrestler back then was like
Right. Everyone, even
bigger than life. Yeah.
yeah, even the BC, the B list, the C list, D list, they all were like somebody back then. Like,
Yeah.
I
And
mean, you
back then they had multi generations too, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like they had like even the older guys like Jake the Snake Roberts and all those dudes, like they and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, like those dudes,
Lisa. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
those dudes were still high quality when that new crazy class came in with like
Right.
Hulk and Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage and well, Andre the Giant was kind of older
Right.
and then into that
It was
era a
mid,
little bit.
right. Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, that was dude, those times were a good time to grow up in the 80s. You know, I was born in 82 and just between the movies and the toy lines and I
Yeah.
mean, it was just an explosion I feel like in the 80s of all that collectible stuff. So I think if you're born in the 80s, you have no choice but that you have some kind of connection to one of
Right.
those things.
And I'm late 80s, but I still caught it just a tad, just a tad bit. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what reruns were for, you know what I mean? Like I didn't see certain early 80s movies when they came out, but they
right,
played them, you know, for example, He-Man played on rerun for I think 4 or 5 years after, you know, they stopped the storyline. They just kept
right.
kind of playing it over and over. So a lot of
Speaking
people got exposed to it.
speaking of you, man, I hold on 1 second.
What's going on in the chat? What's up, Lisa Noble? Violin Dreamer, how are you tonight? Appreciate you coming by.
These aren't mine. I've been helping people get these because before the flippers get them. So anytime I see them, I scoop them up and ask people,
Oh
if
yeah.
they need them or not. Well, how do you feel about these? The pop and tea glow in the dark.
You know, I mean, if from a purely objective standpoint, I would say that they're a quality product. I think they're probably going to sell a lot of them. They look good.
Yeah.
They're a variation of the pop that doesn't currently exist.
Right.
So, um, and frankly, anytime I got to be honest with you, Ramon, I feel like anytime a glow in the dark pop comes out, or even just frankly a pop tea in general, people get pretty excited for it. I mean,
Right.
even if it's like a slight variation of a previous, you know, release.
Right.
So so
I
I
feel
think it'll do real well. I mean, there is a He-Man a new He-Man coming out supposedly on Netflix next year that's been produced by Kevin Smith called He-Man Revelation, and they have actors and actresses on there like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Alicia Silverstone, Mark Hamill is coming out of voice acting retirement to I believe voice Skeletor. So
that might
there
be
was dude, it's gonna be amazing, man. And they released a couple of the animatics already. Like,
Mhm.
so it's kind of just like a rough copy of, you know, just a scene or whatever animated, and just it looks fantastic. Like, I can't wait. It's gonna be good, man. It's been a long time since we've gotten any new Masters of the Universe content.
Mhm.
Um, you know, in 2000, I think 11, they came out with like a 2 season stint of it, and it was kind of like a retelling of the story with like some like updated kind of animation, like more current animation,
Mhm.
and it was cool and all. But this series that's coming out next year is actually going to be new stuff. It's going to be like apparently he planned like some new epic Lord of the Rings style type you
Mhm.
know, story arc for this thing, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Hopefully it's good. It could run a couple seasons and then people can see the whole story because I think it's going to be dope.
I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm starving, so I'm
Oh,
sorry.
dude, eat, bro. I don't care. I know how it is.
Here, just let me know. Yeah, it's fine.
Dude, I got this sitting on my desk right here in front of
Hey,
me.
hey, that hit too. That hit too. Hey, trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So actually I had a Diet Coke and I was walking over to the desk earlier and I cracked the Diet Coke and the thing blew up all over my carpet. So like 5 minutes before you saw me, I was like on my hands and knees, like
yeah,
scrubbing the
you
carpet.
got to get it early because if you leave
You
in trouble,
do.
yeah, you're
You
in
do.
trouble.
You do. If you leave it, you're done. It's
Yeah.
over.
Uh, okay. So, have you
So,
ever since your hiatus, have you picked up any Funko Pops like over time?
yes, I believe I have actually. Well, for one for sure, I picked up the 10-inch Chithulu,
Oh, the
that
monster.
big monster looking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember, Funko put all their 10-inch pops on 50% off
Right.
a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
So I just thought, you know what, I always liked that character, so I just thought, you know, what the hell,
Yeah.
15 bucks, might as well go for it. It makes a good display piece. You know what I'm saying?
I was so tempted to get Biggie, but I was like, I do not need another Biggie. Like, I don't need
Yep.
another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go through I grow, after since I stopped and kind of got off the Funko train, I like to call it. The train that just continuously accelerates and never stops. Kind of like Snowpiercer.
Hmm.
So it's like the Snowpiercer of Funko. So once I got off of that, I go through that same exact thought process, which is okay. And I envision the pop coming to my house and being like, all right, what am I doing with this thing?
Right.
And then
Right.
I think to myself, I'm not doing anything with it. It's either going to be, because you see that back corner back there,
Yeah.
and then this shelf right here.
Hmm.
So those are pretty much the only two spots where I have carte blanche to display whatever I want to display in this house, right? With my wife and my child. Look, people know if you're married, probably your wives have certain rooms that they like to keep exactly
Touch
the
it.
way they like.
I already know. Bro, if my
and
wife could come in here and clean me out, she would. I promise you. I,
that's right. That's right.
yeah.
And that's the reality. So, certain sacrifices come with marriage. You know what I'm saying? And doing the family thing, but totally worth it.
Mhm.
And absolutely. But so that area too, Ramon, actually is dual purpose. I that's my home office as well. So
Oh,
I work out of the house
mhm.
exclusively. So yeah, it's kind of weird, right? It's like I sit where I collect, I work where I collect, and it's a little strange sometimes. I kind of have this like because my job is very different from this world that we're in here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, no, dude. Basically, I got off of Funko. I sold my collection.
All of most of it.
What's most of it, not all of it. I still have the Doctor Strange you gave me, the Ghost Rider,
Uh-huh.
because I ain't, that was a gift. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's right there on the shelf, actually. But no, I mean, I had to lump in some certain expensive pops when I sold them as a lot because I sold them to a very well-known company.
Hmm.
And certain requirements that they have when buying collections is that you have to put a certain amount of quote unquote grails in there, right?
Right.
Or in this case, pops over $100.
Hmm.
And I had probably at the time probably three or four of those. So I threw them in there and sold the majority of them.
Hmm.
One thing that I wanted to do before I stopped collecting was collect all of the Morty Smith pops from Rick and Morty. So I was deciding I was going to get, because there's like so many different versions of him now. So I said, it'd be kind of cool if I got every Morty that they ever made.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dope because it's not a huge line. It's relatively easy to complete. There's no super grails in there that I
Right.
would have to get, and kind of keeps me connected to it. But after I got out of Funko, um, I got into Marvel Legends quite a bit. So I kind of moved into Marvel Legends a lot and was really focused on them probably for a period of about, I don't know, I would probably say like 6 to 8 months
Right.
around there. Like I was pretty strong focused on those. And and then in between there I would kind of get exposed on Instagram primarily to some of these designer toy companies, some of these local toy designers that aren't necessarily well known at this point yet.
Right.
And I enjoyed their products. Not only did I enjoy, I think it was really a positive thing to deal with some of these small companies and buy some of these products. I supported a couple campaigns on Indiegogo. Have you ever done that?
No, I never heard of that before. Is that like a
So
Kickstarter for
yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yeah, it's like exactly like Kickstarter, but on Indiegogo they have like comics, they have like different designer toys that they have everything, but there's a little niche there. And yeah, I found a couple cool things on there I supported. So those are in the process of being produced. They're not going to get released for a while because that's just kind of how those things work.
Mhm.
One of them actually is going to ship probably in the next couple months, but it's a cool little vinyl figure. I'm looking forward to showing off. And then I met this guy on Instagram who's out of Chicago, and his handle is Galaxor, so Galaxxor.
Uh-huh.
And he makes these 5.5-inch vinyl figures, and these things are just really awesome. I mean, they're just a simple, they're a simple design, but they're interchangeable, right? So you could pop the arm off, the
Mm.
legs off, the torso, the head, and you can change them up with any of his figures.
You know,
And
hey,
they're
those have
just
grown over the time because I remember when
yeah.
right before you quit Funko, you had showed me those, and they look way better now than they did when you showed me. That was just what about 6 7 months ago. So
Yeah, that's what's well. These actually like this was the first. I have a hard time with the opposite screen, but this is the first one that I got, and I just love the colors on it. It's just bright. It's sick, dude.
yeah.
And for me, it was the design, honestly.
What up,
The
Cowboy
ability.
Funko?
What's up, Cowboy Funko? The ability to interchange these parts. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you have a lot of possibilities. Now, I will tell you that they are kind of expensive. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? As any
Designer
small
toys
company.
is
Yeah,
to me,
yeah,
if you get into the designer game, it's all love because you can't worry about spending money if you get into designer toys. Period. Like
yeah. Correct. Now, I see a couple items behind you that are probably more expensive than any designer toy that I've bought yet.
I wish when you told me to get into designer toys that I would have listened to you, but I just wasn't. I was 50% in. I would say 30. I would say I was 30% in. I felt the way that you felt, but
Yeah,
I just wasn't ready. And I would have the most amazing super plastic collection ever. Like
yeah,
because I would
yeah.
have
Right.
started, from the beginning. But yeah, I've been collecting super plastic. I like it because it has like it's horror kind of, but it's like hip hop, but it's like everything mixed is rock. It's like everything mixed in one. So
Hmm.
it's like real cool. And they're all different and it's like artists. So you know how each artist have their thing. So
Hmm.
if you get a piece, you get a piece of the artist. And I
Right.
think it's like super dope. So I got a couple of those. I have some in a box that I was gonna open on here and see what it is because I forgot because
Please do, man. Please do. Absolutely.
no idea. Once you start pre-ordering everything is pre-ordered now. You don't
Yeah.
never, you don't never
I miss half the pre-order, so
telling you.
they're
Listen,
usually sold out. You know.
listen. If they do pre-orders, I wish they would do half their stock and then half on the release day. But they
Right.
put all of their stock on pre-order, and I don't like that. Well, Super Plastic they do like half and half, or maybe
Yeah.
something like that, like 20/80 or something like that.
I
So
was able. I was able to get one of those Janky Series 2 cases for 130
yeah,
when they
did
went on sale. So I
you
was like, yeah, buddy.
pull them? You pulled everything?
I pulled everything. I didn't get any. I didn't get either of the Gucci's, and I didn't get what was like the third best one.
Sing.
I have that. I got that one.
Oh,
I
I think
got
that's
that.
the best one. I think Sing is the
Yeah,
best one.
it's like 40. It's like $46. Okay, real quick. I think.
I have some extras if you need. I might have some from series 1 that you can
I definitely don't have Series One. So,
yeah. I might have a couple.
do you
I
ever get into the Dunnies at all?
listen, I want to, but I'm just into so many things. I don't have room for buying anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you some hot shit right now. Hold on one
If
second.
I did, it would have to be like one of those mixture boxes or something that
Yeah.
um, Volt Queen. You ever heard of them before?
Yes.
If they do a mystery box, I probably will buy one and just see what I get.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly. Um, I don't know. I mean, call it the conspiracy theorist in me,
Mhm.
or whatever you will, but I don't know, man. I feel like the only time I want to buy any of these things is straight out the case.
Yeah.
Because when I watch these channels, man, they have it down to a science. I mean, at least on the Funko mystery minis, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure if they can do that, they can apply that to Jankies or whatever else, because all you have to do is get each character,
Mhm.
put them back in the bag, put them back in the box, and then weigh it. You
Mm.
mark every weight, and then you know exactly which is which. I don't know how you would execute that in a store, but you could execute that if you were selling mystery boxes.
Dang. See you kicking. See you kicking some. See, that's.
Don't forget, man. There's hustlers out there. Don't forget.
Trust me. Trust me. Dang, that was some knowledge. Right? That's a gem, right? You dropping gems right now.
Yeah, look, I mean, there could be something out there that completely dispels that theory. Maybe somebody's like, oh, they thought of that and they changed it by doing this. And that's cool. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. But to me, I don't, and I don't even know if they do that with Jankies, but to me, seeing that they can do that with cases of mystery minis,
Mhm.
because like, all right, so the mystery minis, they have different letter boxes, right? They got A, B, C, D, E, and F
Right.
when they release them. And so each letter has a different configuration. So what they do is they just kind of like pay attention. They get certain letter.
Hmm.
They kind of log which figure is in which position in the box. You could also do the weight as well if there's no pattern to where the figures are actually positioned. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like let's say you're looking for a specific rarity, right? And you got one of each letter box, and in one letter box that rarity occurs
Right.
obviously, or let's say it occurs in two boxes and you're not sure if it's going to happen every time, but then you buy those two letter boxes again, your odds are probably higher that you're going to get those two if you're looking for them specifically. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of stuff that I don't think about. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't even know what some of these people do that are super super serious about getting all these things like right away, because the resellers, you got to think they got to know, because these guys are probably buying cases and cases and cases, right? So they got to know that they're going to have at least some of those big hits in there, so they can resell them at a huge cost.
They have a guy named Rock and Roll. He's on Instagram. He has a YouTube page too. He
Oh,
bought 9 janky cases
oh my god!
and never got the purple googie. 9. That's like
I,
$1,000, bro.
I I
Like,
hope he could pay. I hope he paid his rent that month.
I'm pretty sure he did, but just to not get it after 9 boxes is
That's
like,
brutal.
and it's
Brutal.
crazy because you've seen so many people pull it, so
Hmm.
you you kind of lose how exclusive it really is until you see somebody like struggling to get it. It's like you
Right.
could have just bought it out for that, you know?
Hmm.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, I just grabbed this just so you can see it.
Yeah, I just bought one. I bought one from 40 for $40 for
Yeah.
from Rock and Roll because he had so many.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll tell you what. This is one of my favorite ones. I'll
It's
be
awesome.
honest with you. I
It's
just love the design on it. I think it's just really super colorful. That's one thing that you didn't mention earlier, um, that I wanted to mention, is that the paint on these is just so vibrant and
yeah,
so bright, and like the colors are amazing. Like the pink one, the candy one with the
yeah.
peppermint.
I
I
think it's
mean,
like vanilla or something like that. Yeah.
it's not my favorite design, but the color on it is like
Oh,
pops. You know what I mean?
it's my favorite.
So,
This is from series 1. It's called Be Nice or
that's cool.
Nice, and it glows in the dark. And it comes with a skateboard, but my daughter broke it, so
Oh no!
I had to buy another one. It cost me $20 just for this one janky, because I needed the skateboard. But since
Right.
I have them up here, this is the that's like a chase version. This is the alternate. This is the common rather.
I was gonna say, don't lose that accessory.
Yeah, I won't.
Those things are tricky, man. They're so small sometimes.
This is the says peace.
Oh, that's cool. Look
Yeah,
at that.
yeah,
Yeah, they put some quality work into their accessories too, which I like.
yeah.
So I grabbed a couple miniatures that I had. By the way, good looks on the case. I bought the exact same one that you recommended to me.
What case?
The janky case you got behind
Oh,
you. I got one. I
okay.
got one up on the wall, man. That's where I just pulled these out. It looks
Yeah,
hot, dude. It looks hot.
yeah.
Here, I'll show you a picture. Hold up.
I told you it's dope, man.
Dude, it's perfect. But my question for you, here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Why did you take the glass off?
I took the glass off because of the glare. Like when I try to
Uh,
record and like the sun is hitting it, that's the same reason why I don't have my glasses on because for,
I don't know if you can see
so,
that,
yeah,
but
I can see it. Yeah, that's dope.
yeah, it looks hot.
So the
So I
dude
got
they fit in there too.
yeah, I got the Dunny Vincent. So the reason why is that what you just mentioned, the Vincent?
The Dunnies, yeah.
Yeah, you see this?
Uh-huh.
This is the mascot for Designer Con. All
Mm,
right. So like every year at Designer Con, a couple companies get together, or I don't know if Designer Con approaches them and they say, "Hey, can you guys, as part of your product offering for this Designer Con, can you guys, maybe produce something for the mascot or whatever?" So Dunny did Vincent,
mm-hmm,
and that's the mascot. He's got a backpack. So the reason why I bought this is because last year when I had just started talking to Galaxor, I just ordered my first figure from him and he was getting ready to do a release at DesignerCon. So he was going to be at DesignerCon.
mm-hmm.
And I said to him, "Oh, dude," I was like, "Dude, I saw this one thing. Is there any way you could just try to get it for me?" It was the mascot. They made like a 6-inch vinyl figure of him, but he was like an XXX ray, you know, those half skeletons, half people
Mm-hmm.
figures. So I was like, "Yeah, you got to grab that." So he actually got it on site at Decon for me, and then mailed
Oh,
it out.
that's dope. Yeah, I've seen you with that one before. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is so dope, man. He's got the spray can in the back. He's got the pencil, the paintbrush, and yeah, man. It's just an awesome design.
Yeah.
I love the features, how they're all kind of squared off, and
Where's DesignerCon held? Is it like in New York every year or what?
of course not. Where do you think it is? Because I'm in Jersey, so it's not here. It's in California, I think,
Makes
every
sense.
year. Yeah, so well, it's all right, man. I mean, cons are for me anymore. I'm gonna be 38 this year. Cons are like, like I don't want to go. There might be a few little things I want to see at a con, but
Right.
I ain't trying to spend like 19 hours there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I could do a day. I could do a day.
Yeah, like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
I,
could do that too.
that's any con. You stay there too long, you ready to go home.
That's true. Yeah, I've never been to one of the major ones. I've never been to New York Comic Con or San Diego.
Me neither.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't at this point I don't know that I ever will. I mean, a lot of so much of the stuff, I think those cons are still very relevant and still very vibrant in terms of popularity completely, but I think when they were founded, like there wasn't it was quite a long time ago, I'm assuming, or at least conventions in general, comic book conventions or things like that. I think those things existed primarily when there was no internet and you had to find a place once a year where all of this stuff was going to be, so you
Right.
could just kind of like be in your place for one time a year, and where you couldn't just go on the internet and order it. But nowadays all of the stuff that's at the con is available online only hours after it's released at the con. So I mean, for me, it's not like, obviously it's hard to get, but you know
I miss those days though. I miss standing in line outside Toys R Us to get whatever you wanted. Like that was
yeah,
fun. You know, you with
yeah,
your
it was, yeah.
you,
And
y'all camping. It's cold outside. You got your jacket on. You mad? You know.
you mad?
Yeah. Cut in front of the line. You like, hey man, yeah. You know,
Well,
those
I
were
tell you, I tell you what, man, you probably respected whatever that toy was a hell of a lot more.
you did.
You know
You
what I mean?
you did for sure.
And you played it out. You know what I mean? I remember like when I got like, my first video game consoles when I was little, man, I played those things out, man. I just played the same game like for thousands of hours. You know what I mean? It's like nowadays my attention can't be grabbed for more than a couple weeks unless it's like real good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's how I am with like adventure games and stuff like that. Like the story has to be A1 for me to like finish it. Because if it slows down or something like that, psh, I'm done.
what platform do you play on? You play on PS4?
And PC.
You play Destiny at all?
Yeah. I play Destiny 1 and 2.
Yeah, man.
The drop rates kill it for me.
In,
And
in ter-
what it is when have to you have to play for like an hour long in this mission, like raids or whatever it is.
oh no, dude. that game is not designed well for solo players
Mm-mm.
because all of the major things
That you need
you,
is
that
team.
you need, yeah, is
Yeah.
team or fire team, or you gotta, I mean, or you need, like, if it's one of those grinding missions, you gotta have like six of your buddies go out and do it all at the same time with you. Like for me, I'm a casual player. I've been playing that game for like 4.5 years, dude.
Oh, you got you got stuff.
I mean, I've played every expansion, and I pause in between to beat like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Spider-Man, and I went back and played shit, what was that called? Horizon Dawn?
Right.
Have you ever played that?
No, I've heard of it though.
Oh, dude,
It's
that
awesome.
game is one of the best games I ever played. I'm not even kidding. It's one of the best games. I mean, if I guess you got to be kind of, I guess you have to like it, that kind of stuff. But if you like that kind of stuff, then I think it's one of the best games I've ever played. And
I,
there's a second one coming out. So if you haven't played the first one, I think you could stream it for free right now on PS4.
on Red Dead Redemption 2, I was more into grooming my horse than anything. I wanted my horse to be like A1. Like when I pulled up on you, I wanted my horse to be like clean, fed.
Shiny,
I,
shiny, like the sun's like
I
glaring off it.
I think I spent so much money. Like when I got my racing horse, I was like, yes. But it was in beta mode for so long and I kind of
Yeah.
fell off of it.
I
But
never I never played the well, I mean I tried out the online version. I can't say I played it. I never really like actively tried the events and got
right,
together with people, but I mean, I'm a story guy. I'm a solo story guy. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like I like to get immersed in the story. Red Dead Redemption had an incredible story, but once it was over for me,
that was
like
it.
yeah, and the same one for GTA 5 for
Yeah,
me. I can't just like aimlessly wander around. I get so bored of that.
right.
Like how many cars can you steal? How many helicopters can you jump out of? Like
My thing.
it just gets boring. So
GTA 5 been out for like 6 years, bro.
I know.
And people play it like it just came out yesterday.
I mean, apparently people love the online version, but I think that's those like there's a different level of gamer that for whatever reason can just get everything you need. I don't know if they're cheating or what, but they just get everything. You ever run into those guys in these online, platforms where it's just like they have everything that takes like supposedly, 25 years to get. They have it all on day one, and you're like, what the
It's
hell?
free to play. They have somebody that'll pay it. And that's just what it is. Like
Yeah, right. That's true.
if it has a price tag on it, somebody's gonna buy it. And that's what they've been putting in games. And if you can pay the advance, nobody wants to grind anymore. They want to go straight to the end game. So
Right,
that's
right.
what,
Exactly.
that's what people do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna show some of these Marvel Legends that I got into.
Oh, since you mentioned Marvel Legends, Cowboy Funko that was in here, he gave me this Black Panther.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
I've been wanting to get a Black Panther like setup so bad, but I want the hot toys like the Killmonger,
Hmm.
uh the dad, T'Challa. I want all of them.
The
But
Hot Toys.
you know how much it is?
Yeah, that's a lot of Hot Toys, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. And I got this one too. You might like this one. I don't know if you have this one.
Which one?
The Hulk,
Let me
Red
see.
Hulk.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't get that one, man. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Man, my wife found this at Target.
It's going for like $65 now. So
Right,
that shit's dope, man. It's like for me though, I take it. I like to play with my toys. I know it's
right. Take
ridiculous,
my
but
box. I don't know if
yeah.
I'm keeping the Black Panther because it was given to me. I don't know what I want to do with the Hulk. I might send it to you.
Oh, come on now.
I'm telling you,
Come on now.
I ain't
Well,
gonna do.
that'll instantly get lined up with some of the legends I'm about to show you. But I just grabbed this one real quick since we're talking Black Panther.
That's dope. And that's
This
a
is
Marvel Legend.
this is also I think this is a Walmart exclusive,
That has to be. It's not a
but yeah,
for sure.
but it's missing a foot. I broke his foot off by accident.
God.
So sorry, T'Challa. My bad, bro. So and then I also grabbed real quick just for fun this guy because I know you just mentioned him.
Oh, Killmonger. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a dope figure.
Yeah,
I like
I like his
this.
I like his gear because that's more of
Check
the
the
natural. That's more of the
check.
natural.
Oh shit.
That's more of the OG uniform. Okay.
Yeah, he's got this dope ass helmet too. Hold on one second. The helmet doesn't always stay on. You kind of got to like push it on there. But look at that.
Yeah, that's dope. That is dope. And that's Marvel Legend too.
Yeah,
Is that one of the older one of
that
the
thing
older?
don't want to stay on. But nah, I mean no, it came out with the Black Panther line when it came out. But the thing about Marvel Legends you got to understand, Ramon, is that depending on what the character is, you
Hmm.
know, they have so many different body sculpts in their repertoire from all the different figures they've made over the years. So
Uh-huh.
this one, for example, like has a really heavy feel to it. Like the legs are really thick.
Hmm.
And I like that because it stands really well. It's very extremely sturdy figure. You know what I mean? Where you have some of these more aerodynamic suits kind of
Right.
figures,
Uh,
and you know, don't get me wrong, they're easy to stand and all, but they could be a little bit harder to pose than some of these heavy action figures. So,
right.
but they're all the same line, you know, so you get a little bit of variety there, which I like.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the Builder figure line of Marvel Legends? Because
So yeah, I feel. I mean,
you
I'm,
have to buy figures that you don't want to complete the object. So I guess they get away with that. But I mean, if you're really into them, I guess you don't mind.
right, and every so they basically release them in lines, right? And they'll release them in usually I think like 6 figures per line, and then like you said, each one will have a part. And
Mhm.
so generally, I mean, just from a you know, I'm just thinking from a pure volume standpoint. You know what I mean? You know how many figures they have to release every year? You got to have some duds in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so many popular superheroes. Like
Right.
you got, you know, like so you know, some that have come out, people are like, "Oh my God, I've been waiting for this one forever." And then, you know, others come out, and but you know, the same people might look at that figure. Other people might look at that same figure and be like, "Well, I hate that figure," you know.
I
So
think they go in on Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's are dope. Spider-Man and Venom.
I got a bunch of Spider-Man. I just got a bunch of the PS4 suit Spider-Mans, Marvel Legends. The Octo Spider suit is real cool.
Is that the black with the lime green?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's two. There's Big Time Spider-Man, which is the black with the you know it's just all black with the lime green. But then there's like an Doctor Octopus Spider-Man that
Mm.
they just came out with. It's like silver and it's
Yeah.
got like some neon green you know accents to it, and then it's got like black on the bottom half. It's real nice looking. But this is the Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure. It has a scroll head on it
Yeah.
right
I was
right
wondering,
now.
I was like, why you got Dr. Squirrel head on it?
Yeah, no, because I put scroll heads on this one and 4 other figures, like Secret
Looks
War
nice,
style.
though. Like the greens are almost close to
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of works. So I was like, yeah, all right. So yeah, this is a sick figure, man. And here's the deal, man. I don't mess around with those buying the whole lines. I don't do that. I just buy the figures. They go up on Mercari, somebody sells the figure, I'll just buy the figure,
Right.
to
What
build the figure.
listen, the only reason I have things in the box is because the idea that I have in my mind to display it, I can't get it made.
Yeah, right.
Like I have these like these anime, it's like an anime basketball show called Kuruko.
Hmm.
And I want, you know how they make the dioramas?
Yes.
I want somebody to make me a diorama of a basketball court. I think that would be super freaking dope. But just to find somebody to do that or have that idea, I look on Google all the time. Like I look,
It'll be incredibly. I mean, have you ever tried typing in like model basketball court?
yeah, but they come up with those little bitty like Lego. It's always like some type of Lego or something like that, or you know, the ones you take and throw the ball in, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
right.
the same thing with the My Hero. Like they have the that Deku Pop Town, you know, it comes
Hmm.
with pop with the school in the background. Well, I
Yep.
wouldn't mind having that school and like getting a diorama with like grass or something in the front and
Hmm.
put my androids on it. That's the type of stuff I want to do. I want to do something nice, you know, just not
See now
wall.
that's a great idea because it's practical. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, you said you can't do it. I mean, all you have to do is go out and get some AstroTurf.
See, I'm gonna have to, and you know what? I got that, and I also got me a I bought me a compressor and an
Like
airbrush.
all you got to do is get like a tiny little, 12 by 12-inch piece of AstroTurf and just put it under the pop town and then throw them on the front lawn.
Mm.
And then put a piece of plywood, put a piece of like heavy cardstock or cardboard or plywood underneath the whole thing to support the grass.
Where would you get like little trees and stuff like that? Like people put on those, or is there somewhere like you can buy those? Like,
Oh yeah, dude, check this out. That's so funny that you just said that. These like you can get them from like model companies and things like that.
uh,
Because there's a lot of like model train aficionados out there that do dioramas for their like train cities and shit. So
yeah.
so I just got these because I was gonna do something with a custom that I was working on. But it's pretty
See,
cool.
that's the type of that's a palm tree, right?
Yeah.
See,
You
that's
need
dope.
these? You need
No,
these? Because
I don't see. I'm going to have to go back and watch My Hero,
Mhm.
kind of peep out the scenery of
And
what
what's
I'm trying
what
to recreate.
and what you can do, dude, is they sell these blocks of styrofoam,
Hmm.
and these you just stick them in the styrofoam, and then you just cover the styrofoam with like whatever you want the ground to be.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
You
I
know,
like
or cover the styrofoam first, and then stick these in. Actually, that would be better. Yeah,
I know for a fact, like the sand, if I wanted like some type of sand or gravel or ground, I'm gonna use the kinetic sand because it's easier to clean up if my kids get a hold of it or something.
that's true.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be dope, man. You gonna have me, man. My wife
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
take all the money out their account because you know I'm gonna be oh violin dreamers like Michael's art art
Oh,
supply store.
I'm not paying attention to the chat. Look at me, terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because I think I could come up with something. And I have an airbrush too. I never used it. Maybe I can do
See,
something.
I'm worried about, I would love to have an airbrush setup, but I'm sorry, I'm talking kind of low because my baby was crying a little
Oh,
while ago.
go
But
ahead.
no, but like I would love to have an airbrush setup, and I've thought about it a number of times just through, just mess around with different customs and clay and trying to paint them and having a hard time with it. But it's a pretty, it's a pretty big setup and investment. You got to get like the ventilation system, you got to get all that stuff going on. So I would be a little bit nervous to use it the first time, honestly. I've never used one,
I got the
so
airbrush for $100. Uh,
that's a good price.
I got it. I got it. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere over there. But I got one for $100 off of Amazon, and I got the compressor. I think the compressor was $100 at Harbor Freight, and
Oh yeah,
they had a coupon for 50% off. So I got it for 50. So I only spent 150 for the airbrush and the compressor.
that's good.
Um, I might have to get a hose. I'm not sure to connect it, and
Mm.
I'm looking for a paint booth or something like that. But I stay in an apartment, so I don't know how I will hook that up to where the ventilation will go outside. So that's what I'm.
Well, here's what's cool. So I found these kits on Amazon, and I'll send you the link. Basically, but I don't know. See, I don't know if you can buy this one piece by itself, but I did some research on YouTube. I looked up a few videos about airbrushing and people's like, setups and everything at home. And I
Mhm.
came across this one that's kind of self-contained. Like you actually don't need, I don't think you have to ventilate it outside. I think it's all self-contained. And so it's kind of like a hood, and then there's like, so imagine like an area where you could work with the paint, and then right inside that in the back is going to be like your fan that's going to suck out the paint
Mhm.
fumes, and then inside that's going to be a filter. And I think they sell that piece separately, but it might be a little bit expensive, but that's what you would need, I think, to do it indoors. But honestly, like if you have, I wouldn't, I mean, that's the thing. Like I would only do it probably in my garage if I
Right.
had one of
See,
those.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah.
because I wouldn't want to mess with that indoors,
Right.
because I don't know what the hell those fumes are doing. I don't know if those rigs are sucking up everything they need to suck up and filtering it out.
I was thinking about like putting it by a window and just have my hose go straight out, like open the window and just have my hose go outside and just shoot it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you could do that. Just make sure there's no animals running by.
I don't have no pet This one, yeah.
They'd be like, "Ooh." So this is this custom I was working on recently.
Dang, that's nice, bro.
It's about 9 inches tall, and
Hand
it
painted
was
it?
what's that?
You hand painted it?
I hand painted it, yeah.
Dang. How long it take you?
And long ass time.
Yeah.
Long ass. It cost several. This is a course of several weeks. I mean, because I did a lot of sculpting on this thing, a lot.
Nice, bro.
Like this is how it comes. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's called Raffi. It's made by the whole Dunny Money World company.
Hmm.
So it's a DIY, but I popped off the head, stretched out the neck with clay. So this is all clay here, the whole neck.
Wow.
Yeah, so this head actually connects to this like tiny little body originally,
Mm.
like right where you see that circular area. And then
You put
this
the
is
clay,
all,
heat it up.
say again?
I said when you put the clay, you heat it up to make it stick.
Right, yeah. So 275 for 30 minutes in the oven.
Mm.
And then it's ready to paint. So painted it up. I threw some metal washers on the bottom because I wanted to make a stand for it to make it more sturdy, and I also wanted to make it taller because it was a giraffe, and the original version is kind of stubby, so the whole point was to kind of elongate it, stretch it out, right? So the eyes, I'm not super fan of the eyes. They're a little scary. I'm not a big eye guy,
I
but they are.
get on point.
But
Eyes
the
are
hair, yeah, the hair is on point though.
right.
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
like
the
that.
hair
I like that.
hair on a point, and then this thing connects to the base, which has magnets in it,
Dude, you really went all out
like
on that.
that.
Damn.
And then I put a nice little like grassy style paint job
Yeah.
on the base, so it really does kind of look like he's standing on some grass. And
You did
then
it
I
as
threw
dang,
some threw some furniture pads on the bottom, so it's better.
dang, you did good, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Proud of you, man.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man. And then
yeah.
somebody turned me on to this dunny that came out in 2013 and suggested that I buy actually Xavier the Geek, the owner of Splat Toys.
Uh-huh.
He turned me on to this dunny that came out, which is also a giraffe. And I said, "All right, well, this dude's got to have a little buddy now, a little mascot."
Man, you gonna have me in here trying to cook up something with one of them DIYs, man.
So I made a little base for this guy too, but I haven't painted it yet. So,
Right.
and he's got his own little furniture pad too.
That's nice. I
So
like
yeah, man. Yeah,
that.
it's a good display piece. These two little guys. So
Mhm.
I originally got the trees for that, man. See, watch.
Yeah, that's gonna
So
look
he was gonna have a bunch of these trees around him,
ah
but the only problem is they don't eat palm trees.
yeah. But
they
still,
eat
that was dope.
they
And
eat acai trees.
hey, when you finish, you need to post that. Don't just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
You know how you
yeah, I don't know. I'm not really happy with how the eyes came out, so I
listen,
haven't posted it.
you know how many does artists make stuff and not happy with it, and over time you can see where you come from,
Hmm.
you know. And
Yeah,
here,
well, you only get better, honestly. I mean, well, I don't have any real talent for drawing things from like real pictures, or like if you gave me like a comic book character, I couldn't draw that for the life of me. But
right,
I've always been creative, and I could create aesthetic designs, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They don't exactly have to be perfect artistry, but I
mhm,
think I can create things that some people might like. You know what I mean? So I started working on this one. I've been going out. You asked me what I've been doing. Basically, collecting Marvel Legends, here and there, just keeping abreast of all of the designer toys that are coming out, really being very choosy when it comes to buying those, obviously, because they're expensive.
mhm,
And so, like I said, I bought some from Galaxor, I bought some from another guy called God Beast, a couple guys, and that's really what I've been doing. And then I've also been working on, hanging shelves over there, making things a little bit more organized.
right.
Um, but I started working on this guy today, and I'm loving how it's coming out so far.
Oh man, I like that print, bro. I like that. I like that. Yes. Damn. Oh, it's like a zipper in the middle. I don't know if you meant for that, but it would have looked like.
Yeah, basically.
Dang.
So the idea behind this dude is you can see I drew the line down his torso as well, right? So just like
So let me ask you this: is it cheaper to get the DIYs than the figure already done? That is, dude. You working with some with those customs, bro?
I like that you can't see shit from here, right? You have
Yep.
no idea. And then
Right,
you're like, what? Mind blown.
dude.
So
Hey, that's
this
awesome.
this one was more, right? So like the other ones I've been doing are paint based, right? They're more sculpt based, they're more sculpture, they're more acrylic paint, finishing in the oven, all kinds of stuff like that. This one I just decided to go straight up Sharpie, fine point Sharpie on the vinyl piece itself, without adding any additional sculpt because I had not done that yet, and it was something that I was avoiding at first because I thought to myself, it doesn't really show a lot of creativity if I just color onto the existing DIY. Like I know that's what they're for. I know people buy DIYs to just, scribble on them real quick and be like, "Yay, whatever." For me, I take time with the piece, I look at it. I just look at it for a while. Honestly, I bought this, I put it on my desk in front of my computer for the past few days. I've just been staring at the blank item and just thinking to myself like,
Let me ask you this:
taking it slow,
where you get the inspiration for that print?
I used to draw shit like this in like college
Mm,
during class when I was bored. I would fill up like entire pages of things
mm.
like this. Um, I'll bust one out next time I talk to you and show you. I have one that's probably like, oh man, I don't know, probably like 15 by 20 inches.
Yeah,
So it's pretty sizable, and the entire sheet is covered with things like this.
that's nice. See, for me,
And yeah, it's
I'm
just
not.
whatever.
I'm not that. I would have to give me like a stencil or something. But I ain't.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta you gotta take your time and color within the lines. So I outline the whole thing first.
yeah.
You outline the whole thing, and it's all, this whole thing was just kind of blocked out, and then I chose, what I wanted to color in and what I didn't. And I think it's kind of cool. I might actually keep this part not colored because I feel like it kind of looks like a smile,
I would leave it
right?
just
Like
like
teeth.
that. I would leave it like that. I like it, bro. I like that. That's dope.
This is
Uh,
one of my. I'll be honest with you. I like where it's going, man. This is one of my favorite pieces so
Yeah,
far that I've done.
you own it. Let me ask you this. His hands look like it comes with an accessory, like a bat or something.
Um, some
Oh,
of them do. This one did not. Oh,
oh,
actually, you know what? This was a partnership with Crayola and Kid Robot, like an official release by them. So I think maybe the markers might fit in his hand because it came with the Crayola markers.
damn, that's a nice box.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah,
Crayola times Kid Robot. Boom. Create
do it
your own.
for yourself, bub.
I tell you what, when I see Kid Robot partner with companies like Crayola, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
you must be doing well. Because that's a huge company, you know what I mean?
Mm. Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I ain't gonna take those markers out because that'll just be a crunch.
Yeah,
That'll just be a crunch fest for
yeah,
the you know how the plastic just crunches up.
for sure. Well, we running up
And,
on an hour. I want to
yeah,
open
yeah.
the package though and see what's in this box right quick.
Let's do it.
I really don't have any idea what it is. I mean,
Did you see that custom box I did for the Meeseeks Splat toy that I posted earlier today?
no, I haven't been on Instagram. I've been messaging you, but I haven't looked at my feed really.
Oh yeah, you gotta check that out. I did a custom splat, but then I also did the box that it came
Oh
with. I
yeah, the blue
customized it.
splat. I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
yeah, I did the box too. So the box looks
oh, see,
all set.
I need to look at
Yeah,
the box. I haven't looked at the box.
yeah, box looks good.
Oh, I know what this is.
I'm actually gonna send that to another YouTuber. He doesn't know it yet, but that Misi Joan.
So I got the pineapple yellow cranky.
See, those things actually shake and sound like the can, right? Is that right?
Right. I have one right here. That's already uh-oh. Ow.
Oh my god, that's cool.
You got the top.
Damn.
If it's sprayed, it would be like over the top, you know?
Crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. I was gonna say, is that the I mean, can you
Yeah.
paint something with that or what?
No.
Because you can put paint in that thing. Tell you.
Listen, I have an idea. I can't say it right now. I'll tell you later, but
All
I have
right.
an idea that would change the game.
I like it. I
But
like what I'm hearing.
it's just content wise though. It's not like I'm not about to design anything or nothing like that. But as far as like I might not can draw, but I think I have a thing for creating content. And I think my idea, if I can make my ideal reality,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be the next Ice Cube. I'm
Oh my god. All right. All
gonna be the
right.
next Ice Cube.
I'm interested, man. I'm definitely interested. I always like to hear new ideas. I'll be honest with you. I've communicated with a lot of different, creators and creative people on YouTube, and Instagram as well.
Mhm.
Primarily Instagram is where I'm finding a lot of the actual artist side of things.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I see these ideas and I get inspired to do certain things, and it could be something completely different from what that person's doing. But I firmly believe that in anything, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who?
so
Joe Rogan.
yeah, I mean, Joe Rogan, I love his podcast. He just had Post Malone on. I watched the whole thing. It was like they got so high. They were talking about aliens and all kinds of crazy, funny shit. But
Listen to him when he have a guest. I can't listen to him by himself. He go way left. He go
oh
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh I know. I agree. I agree. Um, I don't, it actually funny you mentioned that. I mean, this is not the forum, but I'll hit you with a message on Instagram for a video you should go watch for Joe Rogan. But
Mhm.
he was talking about I don't even know what the hell we were talking about now.
Me either.
We got on a podcast thing.
We was talking about
Shit, must be getting late.
no. What's up, Tiger? We was talking about damn.
You had an idea it was gonna make you
Oh
Ice
yeah, like
Cube.
Ice Cube, and you said you was talking to a lot of creators on Instagram about you was with talking about a lot of artists. You were
Oh
talking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
art.
I was saying, yeah. I was saying how like we just get. He was talking about how you create artistry and things like that, and how basically it can affect so many different people in different ways, right? So he was
Mhm.
talking about this one channel he watched on YouTube, which was like this old man who basically all he did was build like ancient. He would build furniture with like nothing but ancient tools. So he would have all these like old timey tools, and he'd
Mhm.
wear all these old timey clothes. And Joe Rogan was kind of laughing. He's like, it was like the most ridiculous thing on YouTube. But to see how passionate this guy was about what he did is what made it attractive to him to watch. And
Mhm.
I completely agree. I mean, I've watched some really random shit on YouTube, but when
Mhm.
you see the creator or the person presenting it so crazy passionate about it, it's
Yeah,
hard to look away. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool.
that's dope, man. But we just about an hour, man. And listen, I enjoyed having you on. Like
Me too.
you drop some gems. Your creativity with your customs is just dope, man. Like I'm happy for you, man. You've grown a lot,
Thanks, man.
you know. You
Thank you. I appreciate it.
new and improved, man. New and improved.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I tell you what, Ramon. I look back at your first videos and I look at what you're doing now, and I'm like,
I
all
came a long
right.
way, huh?
Yeah.
Long way, huh?
You did too. You did too, man. You grew a lot as well, and everything is looking real good with the channel. I'm loving the intros that you're doing, and Keep up the good work, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Hey, we might have to get a part two, man. You got to show me the finished customs, man. When you
Dude, I didn't even get into some of the Build-A-Figure. I had 6 or 7 Build-A-Figures over here, so we got plenty of content for next time if you want.
hey, you already know, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, you do the same, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Bye bye.
Peace.